Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhoomaketurganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyadviradavaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatham Vignam Nidhanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamastraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishnadvaipayanam Vyasam Sarvabhuta Hiteratam Vedabcha Bhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirajet. With Bhagavan's grace, let us continue. We came up to Slokam number 13 in Dhyayam 11, Skandam number 3. In 13, Maitreya says, in the stars, the galaxies, the planets, the sun, who is the Lord of time, and along with atoms also, they all circle around this. I'm sorry, I'm giving you 12, I think. 13 is Samvatsaraha Parivatsara, that is 14. Graha Riksha Tara Chakrastaha Paramanu Ama. Right, that's right. All these, along with the Paramanu, they all established in their own orbits and go round and round in the Kala Chakram, and they complete it. And this is in the eternal time, which is a form of Vibhu, of Bhagavan, Param Brahman. So under complete control. Not a dot moves without Rama's will. This is very important to understand. Not a single leaf falls, or the distant star can shine without the will of Rama. And everything is under Bhagavan's control, and not a dot moves without his control. The one way this control is taking place is through the wheel of time. Time can be linear, time can also be circular, right? So it's a wheel that we are all bound in. That is Kala Rupaya Namaha. So everything is if the word is used, Chakrastaha, that means established in. Chakram means circle, wheel. The Chakrastaha, established in that. They go around and around. Samvatsara avasanena. Samvatsara means 1 year, and we're going to talk about it in the next sloka. Okay, 1 human year is not the same as 1 year for everything else. We're going to talk about it and the different ways of measuring time. Every time the orbit one revolution is completed, it's called a year. Okay. Now in our case, it's a human year. That's all. Then paryeti. This is very important. Paryeti means completing. We are all, you and I, regardless of whatever we want to do, we are all hurtling around at tremendous speed around the sun in the orbit that we are fixed in, and we complete it. Okay? And this is the control. This is the appearance of how Bhagavan is appearing, the eternal time, and that's the one that controls everything. Okay? Then moving on to Slokam number 14. Samvatsaraha Parivatsaraha Idavatsaraha Yevacha Anuvatsaraha Vatsaraha Cha Vidura Yevam Prabhashyate. Now, the previous Slokam, we are all going around in orbits. The question comes, hey, how is that? Right? Even an atom goes in an orbit. Somebody asked the question in the last class. So how is the orbit determined? This is the Kala Chakram. And in this slokam it says the orbits are different. There is a samvatsara orbit, there are parivatsara orbit, idavatsara orbit, anuvatsara and vatsara. Okay. So let us see what these are. Okay, samvatsara. Samvatsaram, the Surya Bhagavan, the sun takes a certain amount of time to traverse through one Rasi. Rasi is, as we know, a stellar constellation where one particular nakshatram is prominent. Sitting on earth, every moment is relative to one another. Please always remember that, okay? So we see the sun moving through one Rasi, and this is called a solar month. 12 such solar months constitute one solar year, and this is called a samvatsara. Now, our Jupiter, the largest planet, which we call as Guru in one of the Navagraham, that the sitting on earth again rishis have calculated time, which is incalculable. Remember, in relation to a gross manifestation is the way time becomes perceivable. So different ways it can be calculated. But looking at Jupiter, the period in which the Jupiter remains in a given Rasi is called Parivatsara. Then we take for our normal transactional commercial purposes, living purposes, as 30 days equal to a month. So 12 such 30 days is called Ida Vatsara. Okay. Then we know from Amavasya to Paurnami, from new moon to full moon, okay, and that is called a lunar month. 12 lunar months, such month is called an Anuvatsara. So you see the time period differs. So when I say I'm 100 years old on what basis? Is it a human orbit, Samvatsara? Or if I calculate the same thing on Anuvatsara basis, on the lunar, the calendar basis, my age will be much higher, isn't it? Because the orbits are concluded sooner. So the lunar month is from new moon to full moon. That's one lunar month. 12 such lunar months is Anuvatsara. Now, the time taken by the moon to traverse through the 27 nakshatras that we have. Okay, that's a stellar constellation. Nakshatra is a stellar constellation. That is called a stellar month. And 12 such months is called a Vatsara. See, different units of measurement of time. That's what he talks about in this slokam. Samvatsaraha, parivatsaraha, idavatsaraha, yevacha, anuvatsaraha, vatsaraha cha, Vidura, evam prabhashyate. They shine, they're estimated, they're calculated like this. Prabhashyate is spoken of. Okay. Number 15. Yaha srijya shaktim urudaha uccavasayan sasaktaya pumsaha abhramaya divi dhavati bhuta bedaha kalakyaya gunamayam kratubihi vitanvan tasmai balim harata vatsara panchakaya. Yaha srijya shaktim urudha uccavasayan sasaktaya pumsaha abhramaya divi dhavati bhuta bedaha Kalakyaya gunamayam kratubihi vitanvan tasmai balim harata vatsara panchakaya. Here says, let us worship the Srimad Narayana, this Parabrahman, who is manifest as the shining effulgent Surya and who is perceived as fivefold combinations in a year. Okay? What are the fivefold? We will see that. There are different ways of looking at the fivefold, and I'll share with a couple of them with you. Then the power of the sun, and sun is the keeper of time, if you would, right? So we determine time based upon the sun. So the power of the sun, which is time itself, what does this do? Does time do? Think about it for a second. It stimulates the creative power, as we talked earlier. It's only the time that stimulates it. Otherwise, the three gunas are in absolute equilibrium. The time disturbs it, and then the creation begins. We call it time stimulates. Stimulation is a better word than disturbance. It stimulates. Creative power, where does the creative power is stimulated? It's in cause and effect, isn't it? Where there is a cause, there is always an effect, right? And that's how the cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. In our lives, the cause is our desire. I desire something, immediately creation takes place, and the effect of the desire also takes place, and it goes seemingly ad infinitum. So when I reduce my desire, I also lessen the creation. Okay. So here, the creative power is stimulated by the power of the sun, which is nothing but time, and the creative power in causes, and it manifests as effects. And then what happens? So the creative power, the time actually creates what is known as a cause. In the Mahat Tattvam, the cause is what? The cause is basically a desire, right? That's what a cause is. It basically says, I want to share love, give love and receive love. That's the cause. So the effect is the whole creation takes place. Everything in our life, we can bring this down to cause and effect, cause and effect. Okay, so if I stop the cause itself, there is no effect. But, so time stipulates the creative power in causes to manifest as effects. Then it also yields the fruits, the rewards of their actions, who work with desires, who work with desired results. So time gives them the effect according to that, according to their actions. Then the sun, which is what doing all this, sun also travels along this course in the sky. And in that process, over a period of time, may not be in one day, but may not be one lifespan, but over a period of time, it definitely removes all infatuations from the mind of men. Right? We take many births, ultimately have become purity itself. And the sun helps me do that. So the sun does 5 things. It is the form of Bhagavan itself, Parabrahman, number 1. Then it exhibits the power. It operates on the power of time. Sun's power is time. Number 2. Number 3, it stimulates the creative power in causes. And that the creative power, the cause, it makes a cause to manifest as an effect. That's what it does. Number 3. Number 4, it yields the fruits of actions of those who work with desires. It gives the fruits. And then number 5, it travels along the sky, and not emptily, not uselessly. Of course, it is nourishing all of us, but it is just not a physical nourishment that we worship the sun for. See, Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya, the Savita Devata, the Gayatri Mantram is so powerful, not only because it gives us the nourishment on the physical world, not only on the mental world, it gives us tremendous mental strength and mental purity, and it strengthens our intelligence itself, the buddhi itself, which is what the Gayatri Mantram talks about, right? What does it mean? If the buddhi becomes strong, my ignorance becomes weak, right? So my ignorance gets removed ultimately by the passage of the sun, which we call as time. So these 5 things take place. Another 5 things that the sun exhibits in the question of in the area, the field of calculating time as a year equal to one revolution completed. Now there are 5 types of revolutions we just saw. Samvatsara is 1, Parivatsara is 2, Ida Vatsara is 3, Anuvatsara is 4, and Vatsara is 5. So these 5 types of calculation. So in this slokam, Vatsara, Panchakaya, 5 types of revolutions. What is it? Yaha, who? Srijya Saktihi, Srijya Saktim. 1, the power of creation. Srijya Saktim. Urudaha means in different ways, various ways, varieties of ways. Urudaha. Uncha Vasayan. See, this is very important. This is the inspiration. This is the stimulation, the invigoration. The creation is not taking place passively. It's a beautiful, enchanting dance of Nataraja. That's what creation is. This is what it's Ananda Tandavam only. Okay? That's full of bliss. That is why it's called Shankara. And the creation itself is so fascinating, so amazing. I mean, none of us can move away from creation. It is so attractive, so fascinating, amazing, and enchanting it is. And it invigorates us, isn't it? Just imagine. In the world that we live, we may complain, which we should never complain, okay? But we all have a tendency sometimes. We should never complain about anything. But in spite of that, I'm invigorated in life. This is what creation is. That is Ucha Vasayan. Okay, so Srijya Shaktim Urudaha Ucha Vasayan. Invigorating, creating power that creates in varieties of ways. Swashaktaya. From where is it creating from? From its own power, its own Shakti. And in this process, the sun, what is it? Pumsaha Abhramaya. Pumsaha, for the human beings, Abhramaya, removing their ignorance, the Brahmai. We are all living in Brahmai right now. They are confused and deluded and living in illusion, right? Thinking I'm so and so, which I am not. So removing that ignorance and delusion, that Abhramaya of Pumsaha, how Divi Dhavati, during the daytime, Divi means daytime, Dhavati, it moves about, which the sun. Bhuta Bhedaha. And in that process, it differentiates. There is a differentiation of the various bhutas that we see. But Kalakyaya, in the course of time, as in the eternal time, Kalakyaya, the eternal time, Gunamayam Kratubihi Vitanvane. Gunamayam, as we saw earlier, disturbs the Gunam. Therefore, Vitanvane Kratubihi, the expansive varieties of creations are being made. This is time. Kalakyaya, by the eternal time. And Gunamayam Kratubihi Vitanvane. Tasmai. To that Bhagavan, that Parabrahman, who's Swasaktaya. Remember, it is not the time. The time is manifested by the Swasakti of Bhagavan. That Tasmai, to that Bhagavan, Balim. Balim means making the substances of offering. What is it that I can offer to you, Swami? Think. Everything belongs to you. My ahankaram, my ability, the time you have given me to speak right now, the time you have given me to hear right now, the inclination to come and listen to Bhagavatam, and the ability to listen to Bhagavatam, everything, the opportunity given, everything is you only. So what is it I can really offer you as Bali? Bali means not a punishing thing. It's a sincere offering, sincere, truthful offering. What is it I can offer to Bhagavan? Think for a second. Everything belongs to him. So Bhagavan himself answers, when you give me your heart as pure as I gave it to you, then I know you belong to me. So It's a purified mind. Mind that just reflects, just like a crystal clear mind with no impurities in it. No ragam, no dvesham, none of those 6 enemies, and completely so pure it is, it just shines, and the Atma Jyoti of Prema shines through it in effulgence. Then that is what I've got to offer, a pure mind. Then which is nothing but effulgent Prema itself. That balim, that is what we have to keep on practicing every time. Harata means the act of offering. So bali and harata is I should offer. Balim is the substance that is offered. To Vatsara Panchakaya. These 5 types of calculation of Vatsara, Samvatsara, Parivatsara, Idavatsara, Anuvatsara, Anvatsara. We just spoke about it. The one with the 5 types of calculation, that's all. It's estimation. But time does not change. Okay, time does not change. It is not bound by a year, or bound by a day, or bound by a 365 days, or whatever it is. No, it doesn't. But we, Panchakaya, 5 different ways it has been estimated, as given in the previous slokam, and that time is manifested through Surya Bhagavan, who is Divi Dhavati during the daytime, moves about. Why does he do that? Pumsaha Abhramaya, to remove the ignorance, completely eradicated of the ignorance and the delusion of people. Okay, and in that process, Kalakyaya, in the eternal time, the passage of eternal time, Gunamayam Vitanvanna Kritabihi, based upon the gunas, varieties of creations are also made, Bhuta Bhetaha, with various differences and all that. So this creation, Srijya Shaktin, from Sashaktaya itself, from Bhagavan's own Sakti, which is nothing but Prema. Swami says, what is the power I have? I don't carry Shankha, Chakram and Gadai and all these things. None of those things I have. I have no weapons, nothing. The only thing I have is Prema. And Prema is the most powerful. Nothing can overtake it. That is Sashaktaya. Tasmai, to that Parabrahman, Sriman Narayana, if you want to call him that, whatever name you give, it applies to that entity. But it is beyond the name also. Whatever name you like, whatever name you love, then that becomes that. That's to that Balim Harata. I offer my obeisance, myself. This is what the slokam is talking about. Creation. It's not Brahma who creates, it's the Parabrahman that creates. And we, in our little minds, we are trying to measure it, associated with gross manifestation. That's all. Srijya Shaktim, Urudaha, Ucha Vasayanne, Sachaktaya, Pumsaha, Abhramaya, Divi, Dhavati, Bhuta Bhedaha, Kalakyaya, Gunamayam, Kratubihi, Vitanvan, Tasmai, Balim, Harata. Now, Vidura Uvacha, number 16. Vidura says, he is listening very carefully, right? Very attentively he is listening, being taught by Maitreya, none other than Maitreya himself. So he's listening very carefully. So he asked a question. Very good. Swami, very good. Now, you told me about the lifespan of men and Pitrus and Devas and all that, but they are all included in the creation, in the universe, right? Now, tell me about those highly evolved souls who are beyond the universe of the 3 worlds, Bhur, Bhava, Suvaha, right? Or 3 levels of awareness. That's all. That's what we have. So you please tell me those highly evolved souls who are actually beyond these. And this is very important to understand. What a beautiful question it is. Because we talked about Pralayam. When Brahma goes to sleep, there is Naimitika Pralayam. We talked about it. What happens when Brahma goes to sleep and the whole creation gets suspended? Do all the worlds become suspended? No. There are highly evolved souls like Bhrigu, like the Chapparis. They all move into a different plane. So the creation doesn't stop. It's very important to understand. So his question is, tell me about those souls who are beyond the three worlds that we live in. Pitru Deva Manushyam Ayuhu Param Idam Smurtam Paresham Gatim Achakshva Yesyuhu Kalpad Bhagihi Vidaha. Vidaha, one who knows. He is saying, because you have to learn any subject from people who know the subject, not from anybody else, right? So he said, Vidaha, you know. So Pitru Deva Manushyam Ayuhu. So the lifespan of Pitrus, Devas, Manushya, Param, which is what is the final word or estimation on that. Idam, here in this the own measurement that you have outlined, Smurtam has been calculated. Okay, you have given that. Paresham Gati. Paresham, the superior living entities. Okay, beyond them. Pitrus, Devas, and Manushya. Even people beyond Devas are there. This is why we call it the seven worlds. Bhur, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. So these seven worlds are there. And as we saw in one of the slogans earlier, from Maharloham onwards, they do migrate. When the Brahma goes to sleep, the Rishis and Sapta Rishis and all, they all live in Tapaslokam and all that. They migrate to Satyalokam itself. So, Paresham Gatim Achakshva. Achakshva means please kindly elaborate, kindly explain to me, calculate for me. Paresham Gatim, Paresham, the superior souls who are very advanced in sacrifice. Tapas. Tapas means nothing but sacrifice, self-sacrifice, selflessness, advanced in selflessness. Gatim, what is their duration of life for those people? See, lifespan is asking. Oh, ye, syuhu, all these people are, these highly evolved souls are, kalpat bhagihi. Bhagihi means outside. Kalpat means kalpam is Brahma's day. They live outside Brahma's day. What does it mean? During Brahma's day, the creation takes place. But these people, they live beyond that. So tell me about their lifespan, is what he says. Vidura Vacha, Pitrudeva Manushyam Ayuhu Param Idam Smrutam Paresham Gatim Achakshva Yesyuhu Kalpat Bhagihi Vidaha. Let us see if we can take one more slokam now. 17 we will take. Bhagavan Veda Kalasya Gatim Bhagavato Nanu Isvam Vichakshate Dhiraha Yogaradhena Chakshusha. Bhagavan Veda Kalasya Gatim Bhagavato Nanu Visvam Vichakshate Dhiraha Yogaradhena Chakshusha. Yogaradhena Chakshusha. Very important. Radham means something superior, fulfillment, achievement. In Yogam, being one with Bhagavan, that means one with selfless love. When I have that vision, that is Chakshusha. What is my level of awareness? It is not the external eyes. It is only for seeing the external things. But internally, there's a whole world there, the world of divinity itself. Bhagavan's Vaikuntham is there within me. And that, to experience that is Yoga Radhena Chakshusha. Okay? So let us see what the slokam says. See, Veda, Vidaha, Maitreya, you know Vedaha, you know all this, an all-knowing person. You know everything about time. You explained that to me. Now, it says Yoga Radhena Chakshusha, people with yogic vision. Okay, the great men have yogic vision. With that, Visvam Vichakshase Dhiraha. Dhiraha means one with a good buddhi. Buddhi always with mind, always with Bhagavan. That is a dhira, just not a courageous man. Not only mentally courageous, he is courageous because he is always keeping the company of Bhagavan. That's the courage that dhiraha means. Visvam Vichakshase Dhiraha. This whole universe, Vichakshase, estimated, calculated, experienced. By this dhiraha, you are yogaradhena chakshusha. So Bhagavan, Veda Kalasya, Bhagavan, you are addressing very politely and respectfully, Kalasya Veda, you know about time. And so Bhagavato, gatim nanu. Nanu means as a matter of course, this whole creation is the manifestation of Bhagavan. Now, dhiraha yogaradhena chakshusha, they are able to visvam vichakshase, they are able to experience the whole universe for what it is. Vichakshate, visvam vichakshate, okay? And it is not the way you and I perceive it. It is perceived through the eyes of love. Bhagavan Vedakalasya gatim bhagavato nanu visvam vichakshase dhiraha yogaradhena chakshusha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om.